The African soup that takes you back to Africa. From this to this. Look at how delicious it is. Goodness. When I say Africa, I mean African. Like so many African makes this soup according to what I saw on YouTube. So let's start with the Nigerian version. To begin, we have to wash the palm fruit very well, finish washing it, and then we have to cook for a while. Then this is the fish. I'm using catfish, smoked catfish, and some other type of fish again. So I'm just gonna like properly clean it because I don't want all those dirt in it. I'm using AutoTat to thoroughly cleanse and also some salt to it. This is not soaking. I just left it for a few seconds, then went back to it, finish washing it. I need it to be very clean before I start cooking. So this is African nutmeg. We have to pound it very smooth and then add to the fish some Maggi and then onions. So this is the pepper. I'm going to use Habanero pepper, different colors as you can see on the video because it improves taste. And then I'm going to be adding Ukpeyi. This is a black Ukpeyi. It gives it brings out the authentic flavor of this particular dish. Yeah, so this soup is an Igbo soup, is a Nigerian soup from the Igbo tribe. Other Africans, they have their own recipes, but this one is the Nigerian recipe from the East. Yeah, so we're back to it. At this point the palm fruit is soft just the way I want it. Like it has to be very soft so the juice and everything will come out. I'm not going to be using blender because this is the African authentic healthy way of cooking the soups. As I finish pounding the pepper and ube, I just have to like put it inside it. I don't need for you to rinse the mortar, so we just have to like pound it till it's like very like juicy. Yeah, so you can see that it's the fruits and everything like is well shredded. And then we have to like mix. I added just a tiny bit of water, so you put it in the drain like a basket for you to be able to properly bring out all the juiciness. So you have to use your clean fingers to do these parts. Yes, don't use spoon or anything because you'll be wasting so much of it. So you have to use like your clean hands, dip it inside, squeeze out the juice, put it aside, and then put the chaff back into the mortar, and then add some water to it. You just have to add in, you have to be very careful of the water you're adding to it. Add some water, mix it properly, and do it again. You have to like drain it till you bring out all the water. Look at how thick it is. Yeah, so you let it settle for a while before you turn it to the pot because it has some little like crumbs below, so you don't want that part. And then this is the meat, is properly ready. Keep it aside. This is the juice in the pot. It was like boiling, so I added like my spice, the major spice for this soup, Ofe soup. If you can go to African market, Nigerian market in particular, tell them to grind you Ofe spice. They'll grind it for you and send and give it to you. And I'm adding some salt. I'm adjusting the Maggi. You have to be careful of the Maggi because remember we added Maggi to the meat stock, so you have to be careful with that. And then this is our grounded pepper, the grounded habanero and Ukpeyi. Yeah, I add it at this point and allow it to cook. Don't put the beef here because I cooked the beef like the beef was like 80% to 90% cooked, so I added some onion. I kept the beef aside. I don't want it too soft. And then this is a scent leaf. I'm using scent leaf. You don't have to like slice the scent leaf, just use your hands to shred it properly. Shred it, rinse it, and make sure it's clean. Add the scent leaf because it's a bit tough, so you add it just a few minutes before you turn off your stove. And I'm adding the offals and the beef at this point. I added offals, fish, beef, everything just all in one. Other Africans like Kenyans, they don't cook like this. Yeah, many Africans don't cook like that, but Nigerians will cook like that. So we added crayfish, and then this is a pounded crayfish. Yeah, you have to make sure the crayfish is not too smooth, like over smooth. Add it at the last point of the cooking to maintain the flavor and taste, and at this point our Ofe soup is ready. Like the soup it takes time to prepare. Actually, it's one of the most hectic soup to cook, So this soup, I made it a day before I was ready to eat it. And this is what the color looks like when it is settled. You don't want it too thick because you're eating it with rice, so rice is already thick. You don't want it like too thick. And this is the final soup. I ate it with beans. I prefer it with beans. I can't eat the soup without beans in it. Yes, because it adds again to more taste. It gives that taste that you want. So let me know if you're going to try this. Thanks for watching to this point.